His funeral today. Yesterday, the 92-year-old was honored by former heads of state and ordinary Namibians at a memorial service at Independence Stadium out in Windhoek.
Honoring a struggle icon, selfless in his pursuit of freedom and democracy.
Namibia have lost a revolutionary leader who suffered so much, imprisoned by the apartheid regime of South Africa on Robben Island, but he never gave up until Namibia was free and independent.
We have lost a brother, a leader, a man who suffered for this country before independence.
Revered as a rare breed of African leader, Toivo Ya Toivo's body will lie in state at the Parliamentary Gardens until he is laid to rest at Heroes Acre. Griselda Lewis, SABC News in Windhoek, Namibia.
All right, let's now take you live to Windhoek, Namibia, to the funeral proceedings for the late Namibian struggle icon Toivo Ya Toivo. These are live visuals coming in from there.
Two reasons why I believe we can feel and seek God with us despite all the signs to the when Jesus came to this life, we noticed that his life was not a long party. It was a life that had its own tread. He escaped, for an example, with his parents to Africa at some stage to escape the wrath of Noah. He had to die an agonizing death. He, however, was vindicated by God, for he raised him from life. So Jesus' life was a life of pain, suffering, but vindicated by God. Same with the life of Tate Andiba, whom we today commemorate. Andiba was a gift from God to humanity. He could not have lived his life in the manner in which he did if God was not at work in him and through him. He has been described by many speakers as a kind man, a selfless, honest, principled freedom fighter. He has also been described as a courageous, brave, fearless person with unwavering belief in the power of justice, equality, and of all human beings. And now a good life in the sight of God is described in Psalm 15 as the life of one who walks blamelessly and does what is right, and who does no evil to his or her friends, nor vent abuse against the neighbor. Or as the prophet Micah says, "What does the Lord require of you but to do justice and to love kindness and to walk humbly with your God?" Andimba was a virtuous person, and being a virtuous person is to be one who lives a virtuous life, seeking after good and for the betterment of others. Andimba lived for the betterment of others and of his beloved country and beyond. He opened possibilities for others, all of us, to become more fully human. And that is what selflessness is, in my own understanding, working for betterment of others and opening the possibility for others to become fully human. He was the man for others. He lived his life for others. The afflicted and afflicted the comfortable. And so as we celebrate and give thanks to God for the life of Andimba, this celebration should not simply be for our own comfort, simply to make us feel good. We should celebrate his life in order to help others to feel and see the presence of God at work in them, so that they in turn may make God present to our own time and place. Make God present to those who are in darkness, those who are hurting, and those who are lonely and abandoned. We should celebrate his life so that we too may open possibilities for others to become more fully human. And so now unto him who is able to keep us from falling and to present us faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy, to the only wise God, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and forever. Amen.
Thank you very much, Bishop Pato. Maybe we can sing a hymn which is known and sung at this kind of occasions. I know only the first line. Please help me to sing the song. Tona tu e monathano. The second verse. Thank you very much. Meme Vicky Erestein Ya Toivo, the children and the entire bereaved family. Your Excellency, Comrade Dr. Hake G. Keinkop, the President of the Republic of Namibia, and Mrs. Keinkos, First Lady. Comrade Dr. Sem Shafishuna Nuyoma, the father of the nation and founding president of the Republic of Namibia. Comrade Dr. Punye Pohamba, the second president of the Republic of Namibia. Dr. Sarah Kukongelwa Amadila, the Right Honorable Prime Minister. Honorable Professor Peter Kachavivi, Speaker of the National Assembly, and Madam Rosemary Jane Kachavivi. Honorable Margaret Mensa Williams, Chairperson of the National Council, and Master Williams. Your Honor, Peter Shivute, Chief Justice. Honorable Ayanda Drondlo, Minister of Communications of the Republic of South Africa, and special representatives of His Excellency, President Jacob Zuma. Commander Victor Dreke, Cuba-Africa Friendship Association, Honorable Chen Chimuti Gwende, Deputy President of the House of Senate, and Honorable Webster Shamu, Central Committee member, and Mrs. Shamu, the representative of Mozambique, Paulino Macaringue, honorable ministers and deputy ministers, honorable members of parliament, Honorable Laura MacLeod Kachirwa, Governor of Commerce Region, and other governors present, Comrade Nangolo Mbumba, Secretary General of the SWAPO Party, members of the SWAPO Party Political Bureau and Central Committee, the Special Envoy of the Botswana Democratic Party, Mr. Patrick Balobi, the veterans of the liberation struggle, former members, prisoners from South Africa who just arrived and who are here in our midst. Honorable McHenry Venani, leader of the official opposition, and leaders of other political parties, Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished service chiefs, former Robben Island prisoners, political prisoners, yesterday, esteemed religious leaders and community leaders, members of the media, and fellow mourners. What can we say after this 2 weeks? To be exact, 2 weeks and 1 day of celebration, a unique and special life. Maybe the only thing we can say at the end is that those who spend their whole life in the service of humanity indeed never die. They continue to live in the memories, the words, and the actions of those whom they served and their children, and even in the lives of the generations not yet born. What comfort and consolation would we want? This is a huge consolation for us, especially for the family, for Namibia, for Africa, and the whole world. Herman Andimba Toivo Ya Toivo is not dead. He will continue to live. We thank you, Tate Ya Toivo, for consoling us in this special way. I ask now the Namibian Defense Force Military Band. Thank you very much. We will receive now a message on behalf of the family by Major General Shikuma Kamati.
The message from the family will be read by retired Major General retired Major General Shikuma Kamati.
Thank you very much, Director of Proceedings. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Namibia, and the Commander-in-Chief of the Namibian Defense Force, Dr. Hage Geingob, and the First Lady, Madam Geingob, the founding President and the father of the Namibian nation, Dr. Sam, the former President, Dr. Hifikepunye Pohamba, and Madam Pohamba, the Right Honorable Prime Minister Saraku Gongero Amadira, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Peter Kachavivi, and Madam Kachavivi, Chairperson of the National Council, Honorable Mensa Williams, Chief Justice Shivute, and Madam Shivute, Honorable Cabinet Ministers, Members of Parliament, Honorable Governors present, Service Chiefs, Senior Government Officials, Members of the Diplomatic Corps, Traditional Leaders, Spiritual Leaders, dear members of the media, dear monarchs. You agree with me when I say Lady Andiba Toivo Ya Toivo was a man who had three characteristics. To mention, he was a man of purpose and principle, a man of integrity and dignity, and a very essence of compassion. Andiba was a grateful person, and he took time to thank people for kindness shown to him. In addition, dear monarchs, Andiba thanking the Deputy Minister of International Relations and Cooperations, P.M. Shelenga, for offering him his comfortable seat in the flight from Windhoek to London last year, November. That was sign of maturity and respect which is lacking from young people nowadays. Therefore, dear monarchs, on behalf of the family, allow me to take advantage of this opportunity to extend our family profound gratitude in thanking the government of the Republic of Namibia and its leadership for that late Andimba Toivo Ya Toivo, a hero's funeral. In the same vein, I would also like to extend our sincere appreciation to comrades, friends, and all loving people for being with us throughout the bereavement period. As a family, we are grateful indeed for your generous support you extend us to overcome this difficult time. In these connections, we would further like to recognize the effort by the medical doctors who were attending late Andimba when he needed medical care. As we are equally thanking the spiritual leaders for consoling us with comfort scriptures and for carrying us in their prayers throughout. Dear mourners, it remains my single honor to further extend our special appreciation to business community for extending us indispensable logistical support throughout the funeral arrangement. Likewise, I would also like to widen our cordial appreciation to the government organizing committees as well as that of the family and the members of the protocol for organizing the ceremony in the manner which late Andimba deserved. We would like also to thank the organizers and the speakers at the memorial cells held in Ondangwa, Keetmanshoop, and Rundu. Similarly, we would like to thank the members of the Namibian Defence Force, Namibian Police Force, as well as the State Police for their role during this ceremony. Likewise, our exceptional gratitude goes to Sergeant Eliasho Parakapofi of the VIP Division of Nampol, who had been a duty officer close to late Andimba for caring and demonstrated allegiance to his duty. Sergeant Sopara, can you come forward, please? To some extent, I would rather say this man was just like late Andimba's biological son. Well done. Thank you. Can you go and sit, please? Once again, I would further like to express our sincere gratitude to SWAPO ruling party and other political party leaders in Namibia for standing in solidarity with us to share the grief. In the same vein, I have the honor to acknowledge and appreciate message from comrades and friends beyond our borders. And in this regard, We would like to thank the African National Congress, ANC, for sharing solidarity with us in this bereavement. In particular, I have the honor to express our gratitude to Nelson Mandela Foundation and Ahmed Katharata Foundation for standing in solidarity with us the time we are grieving. The same appreciations is also extended to Dr. Antonius Agustino Neto Foundation in Angola and the Communist Party of Cuba. Indeed, we would also like to thank the embassies, High Commissions, and the United Nations family for sharing the same spirit with us as we are mourning. In this regard, we should not forget to acknowledge the role of the Namibian broadcasting corporations and that of other media houses for wide coverage of the event throughout. Last but not least, dear mourners, we would like to thank different speakers and the various squash groups. I also thank the catering team for their role in this ceremony. Director of Proceedings, at this point in time, allow me to conclude by thanking all mourners for being with us throughout the time we are mourning. We thank you all for comforting us, for giving us courage, and of course, strength to cope with this difficult moment. I would further state that without support from the government and the support from the living people across, we as family alone could not able to overcome this difficult time. Once again, we appreciate your admiration, affection, and the generous support you extend to us. And I thank you very much indeed.
Given by the head of state, and in effect that will be the last message, and after that the casket will be taken to the top of Heroes Acre, where it will then be interred, and the slab that goes over the grave will actually be put in place later today, and the entire grave will then look like all the others, and all that will be done today.